Prime Minister William Mackenzie King declared war against Germany on September 1939, supporting Britain in battle. Due to the recent war, Canada had no trouble finding soldiers to enlist. 58,330 volunteered for service, and the highest percentage of them were Aboriginal people. Canada was now in a state to go into total war. All of our machinery was outdated, so Prime Minister King appointed C.D. Howe to be in charge of the Department of Munitions and Supplies. He soon was very involved in Canada's economy, enforcing industries to produce newer goods. Industries all across Canada were constructing better planes, bombs, ships, and military vehicles. Due to all the new progresses in the economy, women were now eligible for jobs and were needed 7 days a week in the factories to build new technologies for war. Single women were scouted out most because they had limited family and could work long hours. Unlike World War I, there were new inventions that were created to better our chance of winning the war. We were not only at war on land, but also in the sea and the sky. We had the best advantage because our planes were helpful in defeating some of the Axis in the air. Even though everything seemed to be going well with Canada, there was a betrayal in government. Before Prime Minister King decided to go to war against Germany, he called a meeting in Parliament to decide Canada's response. King and Ernest Lapointe gave a convincing speech in favor of going to war and insisted that this time it would be different because they are not going to conscript soldiers. This, however, was betrayed because King got overwhelmed of how the amount of soldiers Germans had and enforced the National Resources Mobilization Act to give him the right to conscript soldiers to the home front. Later on, he also sent them overseas. All in all, Canada still pulled through and won the war. On June 6, 1994 was D-Day, or more known as the day the Allies launched Operation Overlord. In result, Germany surrendered and the Allies yet again had During the end of the war, when Canada made their way inland of Germany, they soon discovered the Holocaust. Many civilians were murdered in a selfish act of Hitler because of his racism against Jewish people.